Brace yourself. The new paradigm of auditory entertainment is standing by. Your patience is appreciated.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The AHCAST.
With Tycho Tommy K.
It's the AHCAST, Tank and Tommy K back!
Yo, yo!
At last. I am Tommy K, with me, ever present.
Is Tank!
Tank, sitting over there across from me. I feel like this show is like a bad blog.
Oh yeah?
On the internet. And this is the kind of blog that has 3 posts.
Never.
The first post is a real content post, like, oh, this is something interesting, I saw blah, blah, blah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then the second post is an apology. It comes 3 months after the first post, and it says, sorry, I'm not, guys, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry, I'm not posting more, okay, guys? Like,
sorry,
I have
guys.
some big plans to post more, and, like, I'm gonna make it happen, okay?
I really want it to be good, guys. I'm just trying to do some things in my life.
That's
all right.
exactly right. That's the second post. And then the third post is another 3 months later with nothing in between. No, guys, this time really, we're turning our lives around this time, okay? We're gonna, I just have some great plans, and I've just had some personal stuff going on.
I just got out of school for the summer.
Yes, that's exactly right, Tank. That's exactly right. And that's what I feel like the AHCAST has become, and that makes me sad. But for real, though, I've had some personal stuff going on in my life. My
really
mom
has.
was in the hospital for a month.
Ugh,
That
yeah.
seems like a big deal,
Yeah,
right?
usually.
I don't know.
And if my mom was in hospital, we wouldn't be doing this either.
Right. So I would go to work and then go to the hospital and then come home and sleep and then wake up and go to work again.
And then hospital.
And then
sleep.
exactly, it was a vicious cycle where I had no time. I haven't seen Tank's beautiful face
Oh, thank you.
in about a month. So
It's okay.
it's not just you that I'm avoiding.
Other people envy you for not seeing my face for a month.
I see what you did there. So the big thing that I came away from that is nurses are the heroes of the entire world, especially
Yes.
the nurses in the ICU. We
Yes.
were in the ICU for 2 weeks, and I was there every night, and those nurses, man, they are on top of things. They have to deal with people's puke and vomit and pee and poop on a
Yeah.
daily basis. At the same time, be looking for active medical conditions that need to be dealt with. One of them
Right.
was just checking out my mom's heart monitor and thought, you know what? She could be having a heart attack right now. I can tell from the thing. So let's get an EKG. He called up the whole surgery team to get her in for a heart cath, and like,
Yeah.
she was okay.
Right.
But he was on top of it and knowing, and I'm just like, you guys are superheroes.
She's freaking out right now. That's pretty much what he was like.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, she was sedated, so like she didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
But I was freaking out.
Yeah.
But and they have to deal with that. They got to deal with all this family that doesn't either knows too much or thinks they know too much or cares too much or doesn't care enough.
Yeah.
Crappy situations day in and day out. 12-hour shifts they work.
Right.
They have 2 nurses. Or a nurse works a 12-hour shift and another one comes. So like for this one patient, it's only 2 nurses instead of 3. So they work 12 hours instead of 8.
Right.
It's just like, that's insane. And I'm like, you guys don't get paid enough.
Not at all.
And then I looked up what they got paid.
And they get paid 80
And it's
grand.
on average in Kansas, yeah, 85 grand a year. I'm like, okay, you guys get paid pretty well. And that's good.
I don't know if you remember.
That's good. I don't know if it could ever be, air quotes, enough.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that.
I'm the product of the public school system, and they were telling us in high school that nursing would be the job you wanted. If you didn't know what to do, just go nursing.
Go nursing? Yeah.
Go nursing.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. That could work it out. We have a big E3 breakdown to come.
Yeah.
That's going to be
That's
good.
my
Excited
favorite
about that. That happens. So we have that to come. But first, let's get to just a little bit of news.
Woo.
A big thing for news here in Kansas anyway. I'm not sure what percentage, Tank, of your listening audience here,
Maybe about
if you guys are in Kansas.
0.01%.
Perfect. We're going to talk about
All
this.
right.
Good old brownback.
Brownback.
Classic brownback. Big legislative mess. We're sitting in the hole $384 million
Yeah.
because of his tax breaks, poorly decided tax cuts.
That he just decided out
That
of
he
the
just
blue.
decided, you know what? You know what conservatives need? I don't know why he sounds like Barack Obama, don't ask.
Well, I mean, he's the conservative Barack Obama.
Yeah, he's the conservative. You know what? Let me be clear. My name is Rick Santorum, and I think that what we need to do, being the conservative Barack Obama, we need to we need all small business owners in the state to pay 0 income taxes. That's what we got to do, and we got to cut taxes across the entire board, and that'll bring in more income because more people will have jobs, and that's what we're gonna do.
You sound like...
Without cutting spending.
I don't have any idea which character you're trying to play now, Chip.
My name is Rick Santorum, and I'm
Santorum.
the conservative Barack Obama.
Conservative Barack Obama.
That's correct. That's correct.
Jeez.
So anyway, so he does this, and he kind of like Reagan did. Honestly, he's going to cut the taxes without cutting the spending to go along with it. And what do you know? We're in the whole $384 million. 23 days. Our legislator went into overtime trying to fix it. $1 million, over $1 million
Spent on their
salary. Now, some of them, as Tank was saying, we were talking about this earlier. Some of them are giving it back.
Yeah, they didn't take it at all.
Or didn't take it at all,
Yeah.
so that number may not be 100% accurate. But based on what their salaries are for overtime, that's what could be spent.
But for what I heard, it's still almost $1 million.
That's insane. So, and what did they come up with? Why?
The best tax plan in the world.
I guess so. We're gonna raise taxes.
Oh, all right.
I guess raise them back up to fill that deficit. But Brownback seems to be holding his position of, it's not a tax hike.
Yeah,
it's not a tax hike. Let's break down exactly what this means here.
Look at the totality of the picture. When you look at that, it is a tax cut, and you've dealt with your major problems in state government.
Governor Sam Brownback says
Not
Kansans
really.
will pay less in taxes when the new budget and tax plan take effect next month. But many Democrats say the new tax plan is the largest increase in the state's history.
So we wanted to know if the law really
That's what I
equates
wanted to know.
a tax cut and who's saving money.
Thanks, Mike Schwenky.
Scott Evans takes a look at the data.
The Schwenkermeister.
The
Lawmakers
Schwenkster.
in Topeka, as you know too well, are divided on the impact that the sales tax and cigarette tax increases will have on Kansans. Come July 1st, the sales tax...
So that's what they decided. What we need to do is rather than taxing, you know who we should be taking money from? People that buy food and cigarettes.
That's right.
That's where we should find this $300 million.
Damn if you're a smoker and you like to
food.
Yeah.
That's where we're getting our tax from.
Increase to 6.5%, up from 6.15%. The cigarette tax will increase 50 cents to $1.29 a
That's
pack.
insane.
Senate Minority Leader Anthony Hensley called this
It's a good way to get people to stop smoking,
the
I
largest
guess.
tax increase in Kansas history. So which is it? Is it a tax cut or a tax increase?
Tell us, Scott Evans.
We look at the numbers. The Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, a nonpartisan group based in Washington, D.C., ran the numbers and said the poor will pay more while the rich will pay less. Here's how their numbers break down.
I think that's how this should be broken down, right?
In the last 4 years.
Poor should pay more, rich should pay less. That just makes sense. That just makes sense to me.
If you make less than $23,000 a year, you will pay an average of $197 more in taxes. If you make more than $493,000 a year, you will save an average of $24,000 in taxes. So where's the cutoff? $42,000. If you make less than this amount, the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy says you will pay more. If you make more than $42,000, you will see a tax savings. That means 40% of you will pay more, while 60% will pay less taxes in 2015. Something else at play.
Well, he's not wrong. That means Brownback's right. Technically,
Yeah.
it's still a tax cut because the majority are paying less in taxes, right?
Yeah,
just
but
not the people that can afford to pay less in taxes.
it's hurting the people.
If you make less than $5,000 a year or less than $12,500 a year as a couple, you will no longer have to pay income tax under this new law. The governor's office says that's about 380,000 Kansans.
It seems
However,
good. Like, yeah, no income tax.
You still have to pay the increased sales and cigarette taxes.
Oh.
When weighing the difference, the ITEP says you will pay more in 2015 than you did in 2012. Scott Evans, Eyewitness News.
Great.
Yeah, wonderful.
We reached out to the governor for comment. His office issued a statement standing by his explanations this week, saying that Kansans are paying less in taxes than they were before.
He stands by what he says.
Thanks, Governor Brownback. Thanks.
Jeez.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Brownback.
Oh, my Lord.
That can sum up Kansas.
I can't take Kansas. I can't take it. We can't decide whether we want to be the conservative utopia or whether we want to tax the poor and the cigarette smokers.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It doesn't need to be both of those. You can have a sensible tax plan that isn't outrageous, that gives small business owners incentive to be here without focusing your taxation and
But thank
on
gosh,
poor people.
Thank God, July 1st, we don't have to have a permit to buy a firearm.
That's right, that's right. Coming July 1st, we will have to pay an extra 50 cents in taxes when we buy cigarettes, but gosh darn it, we can carry a firearm.
without any kind of training.
Any concealed gun without any kind of training or permit.
Here in Kansas, you can get 2 days.
Thank the Lord. Thank you, Kansas. Great job.
Yeah.
Great job. Let's go to something a little bit less
serious, I guess.
Infuriating.
Ooh, drones.
Something that both Tank and I are into is street art. Street art, and we had a class, an art appreciation class that kind of got into street art and graffiti.
Yeah.
And what I want to show you now, Tank, is the future of graffiti.
Sad.
The future of graffiti. This is Cat Sue. He's a well-known graffiti artist, and he's been scribbling on billboards for a while. Has taken a Phantom 2 drone, attached a spray can to it, and flies it up to this big New York City. This is, how tall is it? A 6-story billboard.
Jeez.
A 6-story billboard.
Jeez.
And is graffitiing. Now, it's just random lines here.
Right.
But still, the potential.
Yeah,
the potential that's there. Like, eventually, you get those things programmed to the point where, you know, you can send out 6 of them, each with a different color, and, you know, they fly around, their design.
Put it on a grid, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
It's not very visible, as you can see right here, but, like,
it's a proof of concept here, I think, more than anything else.
Like, oh, yeah, I could do it.
And that concept is straight on
Especially
point.
drone policies now.
Right? All right. So that's pretty cool. Also, saw this. This came across my Facebook feed last week, and
what is
a little unnerved by it. This is Diversity. I think that's how you pronounce that name.
Sure.
Divorce Dixon said she went back to KFC yesterday and spoke to the manager. She said it's a rat and apologized. It's time for a lawyer! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Be safe! Don't eat fast food! Exclamation point! Exclamation point! Explanation point!
Yeah.
And I'm shouting because it's in
serious.
all capital letters, and
yeah,
apparently
that's
what we need to do. And this is a California man posted this oddly shaped cutlet.
Yeah, I don't know.
And been shared more than 121,000 times. I saw it on Facebook from somebody here in Wichita that's like, I'm never going to KFC again. For starters, they could be frying rats, and I would still go to KFC.
I'd probably go to KFC, yeah.
I wouldn't eat the rats, but, like...
It'd be delicious.
Maybe.
I know it would be.
I'd taste it first, but I wouldn't... I'm not going to judge it till I taste it, right?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Anyway, people freaking out. The manager told him it was a rat, apologized, and offered him a free meal. This is according to Dixon.
Right.
KFC doesn't quite see it Dixon's way.
Yeah.
It says, quote, a customer made a serious claim against KFC and refuses to cooperate in the investigation. Based on this and the fact that he refuses to allow anyone to see the product, we are left to believe that he intended to deceive the public with this hoax and are considering all options.
Yeah.
It's a hoax. It's just an oddly shaped piece of chicken.
Yeah.
Calm down. KFC is not breading and frying.
Here's the big
rats.
way you know that this is kind of fake is because he didn't cut it open. Like, if it was a rat, it would not have white
you could cut
meat.
it open and see the bone structure, and it wouldn't be white. You're
right.
right.
It wouldn't be white. It would not be
so
white
right.
meat. It'd be brown or
I think you're a little bit racist right now, but also correct.
White meat, best meat? No.
You can't say that. I'm not gonna say that.
I don't know. For chicken, I can say that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right.
Let's move on to technology. There's a lot of really cool stuff, right?
Right.
That's amazing, and breakthroughs in science and the medical industry and computers and technology is amazing. But there's a breakthrough, Tim.
Oh yeah.
Tank. Whatever your name is, that will change the way. Ron.
Yeah, Ron.
Ron Johnson.
Ron Johnson.
Ron Swanson.
Yes.
Ron somebody that will change the way you see technology. I present to you the greatest, most significant.
You're really building this up.
I can't oversell this. Like, I could tell you that this will change. This will be the reason you wake up tomorrow morning, and that still's not overselling it.
And it might be sad because what I see for right now, it might.
No, I'm presenting the bag tray. Oh no! I had a great McDonald's food. Oh, it's just all over it. No! On the laptop, right on the laptop.
I wanna.
Dang it!
I wanna know how often that happens.
Dang, all the time. Oh, what's this? It's a bag that's
a tray.
Also, and as well as a tray. They're so happy. Look at that. They're right there in the car, and they got their food in there. Oh, he's at the park. Where's he gonna set that food once he takes it out of the bag?
What are they gonna do?
What's he gonna do? Those are all pretty attractive. It's a tray.
Yeah, they're all pretty attractive.
I could not use this just because I'm not attractive enough.
Are these the average McDonald's eaters?
I don't know. This ad was made. This is at McDonald's Hungry.
Oh.
This was made. Maybe people look like this in Hungry.
Maybe they do.
I don't know.
I don't look like that here.
No, but there we go.
The bag tray.
Especially not here in Kansas.
You're impressed, right?
Yeah.
You're impressed. That's gonna change the way. No grease everywhere.
I actually am.
It's
impressed.
right there.
I would love that.
I can't wait for that to come.
But I
can't wait for that to come.
I wonder if you have to ask them for a bag tray.
I don't know.
Can I get a bag tray?
I hope it comes to
fine.
To whatever country we live in. The United States. That's where we're living now, right? I hope that comes to the United States soon.
I'm going to Italy. No.
All right, on the nets.
The
Imagine, if you will, looking through the domes on Mars.
On Mars.
Looking through the dome's small portal. The only view is a barren field of red rocks. The astronauts ate freeze-dried food and shared cramped quarters for 8 months to further space exploration, only venturing out into the alien landscape wearing spacesuits.
Right.
And at the end of the claustrophobic mission, they were greeted with a back-to-Earth celebration. Plot twist, they were just pretending.
They were not even there.
Just pretending, weren't even on Mars.
They didn't do anything.
Weren't even on Mars, they didn't do
home.
anything. This is just a pretend space mission. Scientists confined to an isolated geocitic dome to simulate what it's like to live on a long-haul space mission in Mars.
Oh.
This last Saturday, the crew emerged from the isolated Mars analog for the first time in 8 months. 3 men, 3 women.
And so they were stuck in there?
We're stuck in this tiny little contraption for 8 months with each other, doing science experiments, cooking with freeze-dried food.
And hopefully nothing was caught on video that we didn't want to see.
Oh, well, I don't, looking through here, nobody's looking too bad.
Yeah, they all look a little fit. I mean, they're all prepared to go to space.
Yeah, they're all in pretty. These ladies, they're not bad to look at.
Not
Pretty
too
easy
bad.
on the eyes, tight quarters.
Especially for 8 months in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work out quite a bit.
First
That's part of the
Hey,
thing.
baby.
Hey, well, how you doing? How you doing? Check it out on Pretend Mars.
On Pretend Mars.
It's not the Mile High Club.
It's the Starlight.
It's the what?
Lightyear
How
Club.
many Lightyear Club?
Lightyear
But it's the
Club.
pretend Lightyear Club because we're not actually
Isn't
light
it
years
all
up. And
pretend
plot
at the
twist, NASA had cameras throughout the entire station to record and monitor.
Hey, they
this,
can make some
so,
extra money on the side.
I think that intern's doing all right. He's having a good day. The guy that has to babysit him through the night.
Yeah, jeez.
Not bad to be him.
Not bad, yeah.
Not bad to be him. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Music.
Music.
Here in Wichita, we had a big deal. I'm gonna say it was a pretty big deal.
Who was the big?
It was
deal?
Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah.
Lil Wayne came to Wichita for
Easy,
the Power Playhouse something kickoff mix, and I didn't get to go see it. I don't think you did either,
No,
Tank.
I did not.
DJ Cray, who's in our house here, was in on that.
Yeah, he was there.
So, but a hip hop artist coming to Wichita is a big deal.
Yeah, he was even
And-
backstage too. Yeah.
Yeah, he worked for the radio. He's working for the radio station, so that's pretty neat. But the fact that we can get a big name like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, here in
here,
Wichita, yeah.
Where's Lil Wayne?
Lil Weezy.
Here's Lil Wayne.
Yeah, there
right
you
there.
go.
Look at that, staring to his eyes. Lil Wayne, yeah. So him, great. I never heard how well it did, but I feel like there were quite a few people there. I don't think it was sold out.
It was not sold out. Only 6,000 people came.
Ooh.
But he did not announce it with time, and I think that's the major fault in that one. Because
six-
like
that's
the Foo
a-
Fighters are coming to our arena here, and they
We knew
announced
that
it,
over a year in advance.
Yeah, almost in December, I think.
Right, yeah.
When
Almost
this-
a year in advance. Anyway.
Yeah, when they were done with Letterman.
Right.
Their whole Letterman thing.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. I
And we
just
didn't
don't
hear
know.
about Lil Wayne until 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Less than that.
Yeah.
It's been about 3 months, and I remember this because I work, both Tank and I work at a local station here in the Wichita area, TV station, and we got a tip via email from a
Yeah.
viewer
Oh yeah.
that said concert
Concert.
as the subject line, and in the message there was one sentence with no period, and it said, Lil Wayne
is the hip hop.
is the hip hop.
Is the hip hop. Lil Wayne is the hip hop.
Take away from this, Lil Wayne is
the
indeed
hip-hop.
the hip hop.
He's my hip hop hero.
He makes my hip hop. I'm gonna stop
Alright.
there. All right.
Moving forward.
Yeah, let's get into it. Games, video games.
Yeah.
That's what we all been waiting for. What's going on in the video game world? Why?
E3.
E3's going on.
Yeah, it's my favorite time of year.
Hot dog.
Oh yeah.
E3, big deal. E3. What is E3, Tank?
All right,
For the people
E3
like me who are not all about games, because they're okay and
It's-
I know they exist, but I'm not.
First off, I
all
want to
up
start
in
by
that.
saying that in every industry there's an E3. So it's not just video games and movies and stuff like
Okay,
that.
all
Every
right.
industry has an E3, and this just happens to be the video game industry's E3. And it's become a big deal over the years because everyone wants to see what's going to happen next.
I
What games
gotcha.
are going to come out, who's better than other people, but you never know. this year, and what E3 is where all the major video game and any type of gaming company comes together and shows off what they have for the next year.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Start off with Bethesda. Am I saying that right?
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Yes.
Start off with Bethesda. Big headlines that I saw from Bethesda. Fallout 4?
Yes.
Fallout 4, is that a big thing?
It's huge. They teased it right before, too. They teased it at least 2 weeks ago, as well as they teased Doom 4, which is pretty nice.
Doom.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yesterday, actually, I saw Doom for the first time. What was that?
It was Doom 3.
Doom 3 that we were playing, and I saw the preview for Doom 4.
Oh, yeah.
Or just regular Doom, whatever. Big difference. That's going to be good. The game made me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Doom 3, it was kind of the tense in the shoulders kind of game. You're sitting there going, this is, and it was some scary parts. It wasn't quite a horror game, but it was still an uncomfortable game.
The new one won't be as horror as Doom 3 was. Doom 3 was more horror because of the movie that came out next to it, which was a horror movie.
Right. And then Doom 4, just the gameplay for that is just crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Mad. I'm running through and smashing people's faces with their own foot.
Yeah, I'm taking off a guy's hand to use on a handprint.
Cool stuff. Excited for that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
EA and all of them,
EA?
EA.
What do they got going on? Battlefront.
Yeah, EA, if you're a fan of video games, you probably know EA has not been your friend for a couple of years.
Yeah. I just want them to be my... But they did Madden. They do Madden so well, Tank.
Here's a funny story.
They do Madden.
From the Microsoft press conference, which we'll get into later. The EA CEO, Andrew Wilson, came out, and he goes, is anybody excited for Madden? 2 people in the crowd go, woo! And he's like, yeah, Madden.
This crowd of hardcore gamers is not the Madden crowd.
We're not the Madden crowd.
It's not the Madden crowd.
Bit. But EA for the last couple of years has not been your friend, either with Origin or making you sign up for extra things, for DLC being really bad, or stuff that you should have had in the game when you bought it, which you had to pay extra for, which is everything now, but that's a different story. Really, EA's press conference this year was way better than in years past. The new CEO, Andrew Wilson, is better than their
He's
last
Australian,
one.
so that was just fun to listen to, honestly.
These little press conferences, the ones that are not the major 3, which is Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, they have to find a way to get people to watch it.
Because nobody really cares.
I don't really care about EA,
right.
I'm not gonna lie. But they did show something I did like. It was Battlefront. Battlefront was amazing. Of course, Sony showed that in theirs as well. But I mean,
And I gotta tell you, Battlefront is on the list of my all-time. That was the first, and I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it's the first major game that I ever played, that my mom ever let me play, was Battlefront 2.
Oh yeah.
And
this
holy cow, this is gameplay.
Yeah, this looks
from the new Battlefront
better.
3 recorded on a PS4.
Yeah.
And holy cow, so like it seems very similar still.
Oh, it's
the same game.
I don't know
roughly,
why people
but
are playing in first person. I've never played this game.
No, it's a lot easier in third person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now they made it so it looks like it might be easier.
I'd play it in first person.
Yeah, just looking at
the chance to be like this is fantastic.
Beautiful.
It's gonna be so good.
I remember when who was it? I was watching the Microsoft press conference first, or Sony. No, it's Sony that showed
Look
the
at
first
that.
gameplay.
Oh, we're in an Imperial fighter.
First-person cockpit shooter. I
can't wait. I
difficult.
can't wait.
It must be so difficult to drive like that. I don't know. I haven't had to do shit.
Yeah, I think I'm in love.
Yeah.
I think I'm in love. So that's super good.
I love this game. This looks beautiful. Oh, it just looks so good.
I can't wait. Ubisoft.
Yes. I don't know much about Ubisoft. I'm not a huge... What I've heard and what people are comparing them to now is they're becoming the new EA.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, because you just told me people hated EA.
Yeah, people still hate EA, but a lot of people are saying that they're becoming worse than EA now, which sucks because they actually have a couple good games coming out this year.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is Anno 2205.
Yeah, this is one.
And this is something I'm excited about.
Yeah, I have no idea what this is.
Personally, because like Anno 1602 and 1701 were games probably 10 years ago now. 1602 for sure was at least 10 years ago that I guess Ubisoft made, or they bought the rights for. It was bigger in Europe than it was here, I think.
Right.
And like you can play multiplayer or single player, and you go out and you have your little ship and you settle, and then you grow your population and you fight off the enemies. And you have to trade and
standard RTS strategy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But a lot of fun. I really liked Anno, so I'm interested to see, because this is futuristic and spaceships, and I think more space RTS rather than like colonial.
You have to go to a different planet, probably.
So that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. And the other big thing from Ubisoft, from what I saw, was the new South Park game, following up Stick of Truth.
The fractured butthole.
Fractured.
They're making fun of superheroes really hardcore.
I love it. Let's check it. Check it. Check it. Oh, that's not it. There it is.
There it is.
Let's check it out.
I have to kill you.
And in his reign, the kingdoms of human and elf are united. The relic which threatened to destroy all was cast out to sea, seemingly forgotten. But now a new foe has awakened. The relic reclaimed. And what was once a powerful union lies fractured throughout the lands.
Alright, who put the Stick of Truth in the toilet? That is not good. This is a holy relic.
The holy relic!
We agreed to get rid of the stick. Why test its power again? That was barely even an RPG, Cal. The combat sucked. We're going to do it bigger, and we will settle for nothing less than a 9
I like Stick of Truth. Stick of Truth is good.
9 out of 5 on GameSpot.
Who is it? Tell us, great mage of Xantros.
Oh man, I have no idea what's going on.
Tally high as
dream level. No dream level. This game has to be sweet, lad. Show yourself, villain. Haha! Your superpowers are no match for me. Tune in, friends.
Wait, what?
Tune in, friends.
Oh.
Ah, shit. We got the wrong game. Everybody switch games. We're playing
Playing superheroes now.
friends.
Oh man.
I love South.
I think this would be a great game. I haven't. You guys have played. You and Oscar played it as well.
Stick of Truth.
I didn't get to play it, but I do love South Park.
It's serious.
It makes sense.
The fractured butthole.
Now available for pre-order.
Yeah, everyone pre-order. That's a good idea. Shut up, Butters.
That's the best part.
I
right
love
there,
that.
the very ending right there.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Jeez. Before we go into this South Park,
yeah, sure.
If you're wondering where South Park has been, because that's what we've been wondering. We've been wondering for a while.
Right, they weren't here this season.
That explains it.
They were
because
gone.
It took them so long to make the first game. I'm sure they just went to Comedy Central and said, "Hey, we have to make this
We need
game.
a season to get this done.
We need to just get this done, get all the voices out, get all the everything we want out of it." So,
yeah, I believe that.
And that makes total sense to me. I mean,
yeah, definitely. So
I'm
excited for that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that coming from Ubisoft. I wonder, South Park is not afraid of mocking people, and this last season they went pretty hardcore on the microtransactions.
Oh yeah.
That happen a lot in games, and from what I understand from you and Hawk talking, Ubisoft is definitely
on that.
All on that
all
train.
Over that.
So I got to imagine they make fun of that in this game, and then having Ubisoft produce it.
Well, at the very end of it, they're like pre-order today. Yeah, if you think that's a good idea, which is it's beautiful because pre-ordering sucks now.
Yep. Well done, South Park. As normal.
I can't wait.
As normal. Well done. All right, Sony.
Sony. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of Sony. It's not
a PS4 guy.
Not a PS4 guy. But I do like Final Fantasy. I loved Final Fantasy VII, which is the remake. They're making an HD remake of it, and it very needed an HD remake if it was ever going to come to a console.
Sure.
They're changing the story on it too. They're changing the plot, which means that's bad because no one wants that to happen.
We like the plot the way it was. If you're a fan of the game, you like the plot. Why are you messing with what works?
Final Fantasy VII is probably one of the most iconic video games ever in history.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And so, them to say that we gotta switch the plot up.
We're gonna mix that one up a little bit.
And fans are now screaming. That was just announced last night. That's screaming. They're screaming. I don't know.
That sucks.
But the other thing they had was Shmoo 3, and it wasn't even funded. So what they did is they came on stage and saying, we're going to go out on a limb and say we're going to start our Kickstarter in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They announced Shmoo 3, and they're like,
okay,
if it can raise this much money, this game will become real. And so I think it took a day to raise the money for it.
Score.
It's not the fastest Kickstarter for a game.
No,
Actually,
what is?
I want to say it's Ukulele, which is a new game It started, I want to say, a month ago. It just ended last night, actually.
Okay.
With, 4 million, and it only needed to raise 500,000.
Holy
it raised
cow.
500,000 within 20 minutes.
That's insane. So that's going to be a good game.
Oh, I already bought it. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
no, it's great.
All right.
I can't wait.
I look forward to it. We'll have to talk about it when it comes out.
Jeez.
That's insane.
Nintendo. The only big thing, of course, they just stayed with what they're good at. Mario, of course, Zelda. They have a little a DS game. They got their new DS coming out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Bigger screen. It flips.
That's gonna be good. I like the looks of that.
I might get that one. That one looks pretty good. The big game that everyone's talking about from there is a new Star Fox game for Wii U, which is huge.
Star Fox is a big deal. I don't think I've ever heard of
huge.
Star Fox. See, I've never been a big follower of Nintendo. Just growing up, that's not.
Yeah.
That wasn't our life as children.
For us, it was because N64. My dad worked at Toys R Us, so whatever they used for display, they couldn't sell, so they give it to us. Got all bunch of games like that.
Not a bad life. So Star Fox, that's gonna be
huge. Yeah, that's a huge announcement, pretty much. You can play inside a cockpit. They changed all the vehicles around. It's great. If you haven't looked it up, it's Star Fox Zero. Just go look it up because all the gameplay for it is amazing. It's beautiful.
Cool.
And I can't give it enough time to actually do it justice.
All right, save what you thought was because you followed E3 a lot more than I did.
Yeah, I watched all three.
Who did you?
Best.
I think we've saved the best for last. Would you agree?
Yes, technically.
Microsoft.
Yeah, I'll give you my opinion on E3 after we go through this press conference.
Yeah. Okay. So Microsoft, big things. Halo 5. We kind of knew that was coming, but still.
Yeah, they announced a game mode that kind of gave it back a little bit. Warzone, where you fight computers and another team of people.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing
because I'm all about mixing it up.
Yeah,
if I'm playing.
In Halo 5, the beta, it was really, really hardcore, like shooter. Something that Halo's not really. They're more of a brawler.
Right.
And so I don't know. I
think it's good to
mix it up,
branch out and have options.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We just have to see. That's all. I can
Fallout
say
4.
Yes, big, but that was announced at Bethesda's press conference. But he just went into more detail there. He talked about the new engine, everything like that, what it means for Xbox, and the big thing is it means bringing PC mods to Fallout 4.
Nice.
Bringing PC mods
so
to the
like
Xbox.
what? Good. That's
when
cool.
someone makes
that's a cool.
Barack Obama, you can play as Barack Obama.
You can be Barack Obama on your Xbox in your Fallout game. That's cool. Yep. I like that. I like that a lot. Forza 6 Motorsports was announced. I'm into Forza. I got Forza 5. I like Forza 5. I'm hoping that Forza 6 will drop the price of Forza Horizons.
Yes.
And I'll be able to snag that for cheaper.
One of my big things about that press conference was that they wheeled down a huge the new Ford GTX. It's like, this is the Ford GTX, and they did a whole little show for it. Rolled it down, and it's like, and the CEO from Ford came in and talked a little bit. He's like, this is our most promising car ever. Like, thanks. Now we're gonna go look at Forza Motorsport 6, and it was literally 30 seconds. The car was wheeled down from the ceiling, and it just goes straight back up. It was
and it's gone, and we're done. And now on to the game.
Jesus,
that's so weird. It's not a car show. What the hell is that?
I don't know what they were trying to do.
What the hell is that?
I don't understand it.
That's weird. Dark Souls 3.
Yes, that's huge, but that's multi-console.
More than just Xbox.
But I'm glad they announced it there.
Yeah, that was announced at Microsoft, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Gears of War 4, that's great. I don't know. No one's really asked for new Gears of War. Like
yeah, I've never...
We don't know what they're going to do.
That's great. I'm glad you're doing that.
That was kind of how that went, but we're like, they ended the story. They ended their story. Yeah, they ended it pretty well. There was an alien menace that was coming from beneath the surface of the Earth, like they were underground. And so they defeated them for the most part. And I don't know what they're really doing now. I don't really know. Everyone's kind of like,
well, maybe we'll be interested to find out. Maybe that's the thing.
That story's done.
We got to find out. We got to find out. The big headline that I saw for this entire thing for Microsoft was this backwards compatibility announcement.
Oh, yeah.
What's that mean?
Huge. Okay, so if you own Xbox 360 and you bought a Xbox One, how they describe this is that if you would play a game on your 360, it will be in your games library on your Xbox One. So no need to go out and buy another next-gen version of that game, like buying Halo 5 for some reason. Or
Sorry, so if I bought Diablo 3...
Yes.
On my Xbox 360.
Which is going to make...
And then I went out and got an Xbox One.
Yeah. It makes our roommate Hawk look very foolish right now. because he has bought several games.
Right,
like that.
right. My question with this, and I'm not sure they've answered it, will it be the next-gen version?
No, it is not.
Of these
and
games.
They have answered that.
Okay, they have. I just hadn't seen that yet. So
in this picture right here, they're playing the original Mass Effect, which was on Xbox 360. And they're playing it, and it's very glitchy and laggy on screen, like the original Mass Effect
Gotcha.
was.
So these are not the redone for Xbox One. These are the original Xbox 360 games.
They just ported it over.
You can just play it on the Xbox One.
Which,
hey, nothing wrong with that. I'm all about that.
And the way this is going to work is how they said this, and I hope this is how it works. Is that they're going to add first 100 games and keep going with games that can be played on the Xbox One. And so hopefully it's you don't actually have to have the game anymore. They said
it'll just you'll see that you've played it in your library.
You played it and you'll have it.
Now the thing I said,
really well.
that would be great.
Yeah.
The thing I said suggested that maybe it will be you put the disc in and it'll recognize your 360 disc and it'll see, oh my gosh, this is Diablo 3 for 360.
Yes.
Here you go. We'll go out and download it.
And that's what they said. They said kind of that. What they said is no disc is needed.
Right, so it's not like it's playing it off of the disc.
Yeah, it's like no disc is needed, but you will. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna prove it. It'll be interesting to see how they do it.
Yeah.
I wish I had Xbox preview so I could see it right now.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Last thing here.
Huge thing. Biggest game.
Biggest game as far as you're concerned?
Yeah.
What's this called?
This is called Cupheads. This is like probably the biggest part of the Xbox conference, ironically.
Should we just watch it, or do you want to give any lineup? To
no,
this?
just go ahead and watch it. It's probably better. Yeah.
Maybe. Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Oh, hey. There we go.
You're not awake.
Here we go. Now you are.
Cuphead. And
oh man, what is this? Is Steamboat Willie?
Yes. 1936.
This jazz. I wish this could be the soundtrack to my life.
Jeez.
Oh boy. This is the game?
Yes, this is gameplay. Well, for the most part, this is gameplay.
I recognize half these characters from the old Sinbad.
Yes, they're. I don't know if any of them are actually taken from that, or maybe they were
loosely based.
Yeah, they were based on them.
That's awesome. So it's like you were playing a game in a 1930s cartoon.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And it's gonna be beautiful. I can't wait. I remember that.
Coming 1936 plus 80 years.
They announced that at the Microsoft press conference with a bunch of indie games, and literally no one was excited for indie games at all, anything like that.
Yeah.
But that came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that looks good.
Cool. Okay.
Oh, you might want to kill that.
Oh damn. Yeah, that's really loud.
We don't want to watch Vines.
No, I'm not about that.
But
there we go.
No, E3 this year. Everyone tries to talk about a winner. There's always a winner between the big three.
There's always got to be a winner.
In my opinion, Microsoft won it out of the big three, but overall, Bethesda won because this is their first press conference.
Okay.
First press conference ever, and they came out swinging, and they made the rest of E3 kind of look like, okay, it wasn't as good as that though. We really wanted that some more.
That's fair.
I mean,
that's fair.
But out of the big three, Xbox definitely won. There's no comparison. PS4, I'm sorry, Sony guys. You had a lot of good stuff on there, and I know I didn't talk about a lot of it. I did watch that conference, though, so don't jump to conclusions. Technical difficulties, of course, did not help you guys. That's all I'm saying.
Bummer. Bummer. Okay, let's move on here to some real talk.
Real talk,
and it's a bit of a transition.
Yes.
From that, but the real talk that is the big talker since I was last on here, and we're coming onto the edge now of I really don't care about any of this, so why are you talking about it? But gosh darn it, I want to share my opinion, and I think it's important that it's talked about, and we're talking about Caitlyn Jenner,
of course,
formerly known as Bruce Jenner.
Yeah.
Went through a sex change and come out the other side on Vanity Fair looking pretty attractive. Not gonna lie.
Photoshop. I mean, no offense to her, she probably has a good plastic surgeon. Everything that changed on her probably looks better. Definitely better.
And then you remember that
Well, I mean,
Bruce was 65 years old.
Yeah, that doesn't
when
look
he went
like
through that.
a 65-year-old woman.
That doesn't look like a 65-year-old woman.
And I know, because my mom is 62, and I'm sitting here like, well, that's a lot of Photoshop work.
That creeps me out.
And of course, Vanity Fair is...
Well, yeah, that's Vanity. What can you expect?
They all do that, so I mean...
What can you expect? But...
She looks good in that picture.
Yeah, why don't I give you my take on this? And it's not a popular take, and it certainly probably isn't your opinion on this take.
No, probably not.
This whole thing bugs me, and so many aspects about this bug me. First of all, the adjective game.
Yeah.
Is it a him? It's a her. It was a him. When we talk about it in Bruce in the past, it's him, but now it's a her because she up and decided that, gosh darn it, she's going to be a woman now.
I don't know if that was...
So now it's her. Or she always thought she was a woman, but then she went through the plastic surgery, so now after she went through the plastic surgery, then we use her and she and female pronouns. Pronouns confuse me. That's the first annoying thing.
I'm just wondering how long this has been a thing, how long that he felt that he was a woman, how long he identified as that. I want to know.
Yeah, I would be curious to know, like, has this been the last 40 years, or is this, hey, I'm 65 and suddenly I feel very feminine?
Yeah, like, I want to know because I don't trust the Jenners, and I don't trust the Kardashians.
I don't like it.
Is
it a publicity stunt? Is it I don't feel I'm getting enough attention?
I feel like if it was someone else, it would be better. Just saying.
And I think when we get to your take, that was a big thing, is other people on that. But my whole thing with this is there's nothing authentic, nothing real about this version of Jenner. Through extensive plastic surgery, high doses of synthetic chemicals, pounds of makeup, a liberal use of Photoshop, she finally feels like herself.
I don't know.
By dismantling, dismembering, mutilating, and editing, she is herself.
Yeah.
You're not a woman. You're not a woman. That's not something. I don't think that's something you get to choose. You can choose how you look.
Yeah.
But you can't choose who you are and how you were made, and you weren't made a woman.
And I definitely understand.
There's nothing authentic or real about you and about that decision. And I don't get it.
And I definitely understand where that's coming from.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm on the other side. I'm like, well, be what you want to be.
And that, I
mean, if you identify as a woman, you want to be a woman, be a woman. But you don't have to be on Vanity Fair. You don't have to be going out making this a big public outcry.
Yes, beyond beyond my feelings that that's not a good thing or a positive thing or something you should be doing, which I don't think it's a good thing. I'm all about you living your life.
Yeah.
All around me every day, people do things that I don't think are good things.
Yeah.
But that's your life, man. Like,
especially
that's not.
In this house,
yeah, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way it is. People disagree with us. People live their lives differently than I should live mine. You know, that's part of living. And I'm 100% about you living your life the way you want to live it. You want to go out and get a section, that's your business.
Yeah.
Don't shove it in my face.
Yeah, and the big
the media debacle on this, like suddenly
I'm gonna go
you're
back.
worth caring about. Tell me.
I'm gonna go back to what I said earlier because there are other people who have done this before this, and
sex changes are nothing new. This is not the first time somebody
not even for celebrities. The only thing that's different is this is a celebrity that a lot of people think they care about, which I'll get into that.
Yeah,
it's
go
a whole
ahead.
Different story.
Go ahead, yeah.
But the lead singer of Against Me, which is a punk rock, maybe just a regular folk punk rock band now. I don't know what you would define them as, but he came out with the album White Crosses, whatever, and that was big. That was a big album, so people listening might have heard that album. Teenage Anarchist, whatever. I'll get on to it, but. He just had a sex change operation probably a year and a half ago, way before all this happened. Way before. And he was on shows, talk shows, and stuff like that, and no one in the punk rock community or the online community was going against him. They're like, hey, that's great.
Do you? And punk is kind of all about that anyway, right?
It's all about doing it yourself. But I feel like you can't just bring this out of nowhere and say, "Oh yeah, I'm the first one doing it." A lot of people are like, "She's the first one doing it." Yeah,
no,
she's
and
the
you're
big
not
celebrity.
a hero.
You're not a
by
hero.
Going against the curve. It's a sex change, not World War III.
Well, yeah.
Don't sit there and make me care.
I mean,
we're catering to the Tumblr audience.
Yes, that's exactly.
That's our least common denominator. We're catering to the Tumblr audience that says if you don't think what I think is okay actually is not okay, then you're not okay.
Yeah, if you're looking for someone like Bruce Jenner to be your hero in this fashion, all hands on you.
Go for it.
Yeah,
but don't make him. He doesn't have to be my hero.
But don't shove it in my face, man.
He doesn't have to be my hero.
Like call her Caitlyn and all that. Like I don't care.
Sure,
I don't
whatever.
even care about her.
Sure.
If I see her on the street, I'd be like, "Hi, how are you doing?
What's up? What do you want me to call you, Caitlyn?
Yeah,
cool. That's cool,
fine.
man.
I don't
all
even
right.
care. I don't even know that you were a man. Because from
Like,
this picture,
look at that
you couldn't
photo. I
have
don't know.
told.
Yeah.
I just don't care, man. I just really just don't care.
And if I need to accept Caitlyn's choice to change her name and look like a woman and use female pronouns, you need to respect my choice to simultaneously disagree and not care.
Yeah, I just don't care.
I
didn't care when it started. I didn't care when it changed. I just don't care.
That's some real talk for you right now.
Yeah, I just
That's
don't
some real
care.
freaking talk. Some real freaking talk right there.
Gosh.
All right, thanks a lot for being with us here on the AHCAST. I want to leave you. I want to leave you. Whoa, whoa. The AHCAST. We want to leave you now with our parting shot.
Ooh.
From none other than presidential hopeful Rick Santorum.
Ricky, tell me what you got, Ricky. Ooh.
Oh man.
Go out and just bang the president. It's fun. I mean, it's fun.
Wait, what?
Yep.
It's easy. It's getting easier every day. I mean, just look what's going on in Iraq right now.
People just want to go out and bang the president.
I mean, he's not too bad looking.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you guys. We'll see you
Real
later.
talk. Later.